Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Duckling Derby Finals. I am DM Stewart 1981, one of the incoming Duckling Dons. Alongside me here in the booth tonight is one of our outgoing Duckling Dons, Luffy BV. How we doing tonight, Luffy?
I'm doing very good, DM. Exciting. We got something we've never had before in this community, right? We've had duck derbies, we've had champions, we've had them move on to be champions of other tournaments, platy parties, etc. We've never had a 5-person race in a final like this before, am I right?
I believe you are correct.
Interesting stuff.
That we had a three-way tie at the top of one of our groups.
41 points apiece for Fieristar, Inferna, and Vaughn from Group A. And representing Group B, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, group leader with 54 points, followed up by Golden Shocker with 50 points. Mr. Scruff almost clean sweep the tournament. Golden Shocker came in week 4, took first place from him, so he'd have to settle for a second. I mean, disappointing, I know, but we'll see how this is going to be. This is a fun party. I mean, I see black belts abound, and that's my preferred melee, so I'm excited for this.
Oh, me too. I love a black belt. And that black belt's got plus 10% head.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh, black belt cast punch. It's super effective.
Yep. Interesting flags we got going on tonight, too, am I right? So it's been a challenge, a progression for the Ducks throughout the tournament and the boot camp, and they're getting hit with the hard stuff tonight, right?
These are the winter tournament finals flags.
Winter tournament, the premier tournament in our community here. The finals flags are no joke. We got a lot of crazy stuff going on out here. Random stuff in locations, overworld edits abound, map edits, not too much going on there. Some stuff in the treasures that's kind of cool. We got some treasure shuffle, chest key items, not a whole other lot going on there. But I mean, the big thing is going to be the party and the recruits that are available, right?
Yes, tavern recruiting, but you can only replace the nun.
Yep.
One thing that you didn't point out that I feel necessary to point out is vanilla touch attacks.
Yep.
And vanilla boss scripts. Which makes those sorks in ordeals and sky and late game very frightening. We get exit at level 1 white.
Yep, that's pretty good. White mage is force, so we're all going to get that. We like that quite a bit.
And fast temper and brack at level 1 black.
Okay.
And a red mage there at Corneria. And Mecklin, one of our trackers, points out a wood stick plus 5, which will at least get that black belt off the ground.
It's not bad, right? Like, they're going to be, I mean, you'll say weak in the early game. They're not the best melee to start, but once they get online and going, chef's kiss. They're going to be doing elite level damage.
Yeah, once they're not the best melee to start. They don't. You don't necessarily want to start the fight, but they will finish a fight.
Oh yeah,
at the end of the game. And isn't it also Shard Hunt 32?
Yep, 32 shards out there. So interesting strategy comes into play with this. Like, you see the black belt, you don't really want to open boxes, but with the Shard Hunt, not much of a choice, but I like to prioritize clearing the dungeons in this. I want those 12 shards from the fiends.
That's not a bad idea. I also want to see prioritizing high density areas.
Yep. Your volcano, your sea shrine, your
volcano, mermaids. Sky provides. Sky always provides.
Canoe from Sarah and Slab, I think, from the King. So something very useful, which may lead to some early divergence. I love me an early canoe. Let's see the Ice Cave play. Level 2 magic, be kind.
It is Slab from the King. And canoe. Yeah, that is potentially some early divergence. Let's hope that level 2 magic's got a sweeper.
I think I saw a mage stick in use there, so we got that out of one of the boxes. So we have some form of AoE, and there's worse ones to find with the things I have in mind here.
Yeah. Life and harm 4.
Okay.
With improved harm, which is pretty much a standard flag anymore. And ice 3.
Lock 2 as well.
2.
Okay.
Don't sleep on lock 2.
Yep. Ooh, thief for sale here in the tavern. Shocker's gonna take one.
Getting it. I like picking that up. I really like picking up that thief because agility, being able to run from fights. I kind of like picking that thief up a little later, but I'm not gonna fuss too much on that. River to Melmond. We have Scruff Ninja Tuna making play at least going to turn in that slab.
I love this, because
love that play.
Yep, and then we got the bridge to Lefainon, so we could turn that in right now.
Yeah. I really like that play from Scruff.
Wood armor's nice to find there. This Black Mage got Wood Set Evade, which is, it's a fine blessing, but on a mage, really good, especially one that you're going to want to keep alive in a Black Mage.
Yeah. And you're almost never going to put a ribbon on the Black Mage anyway. So you're not ever going to lose that evade.
Yep.
And there's that. Yes, we do have a mage stick, and that mage stick is doing work on those pirates for Fiora Star.
What's Bicky got for us?
Inferna also making that play to turn in that slab.
I like it. It's a nice play.
I like that early run over to Melmond, turn in the slab, then go to Provoca.
Yep.
And see what you get out of that slab turn in.
Yep. I mean, call me bold too. I don't hate the idea of just walking my way straight to Ordeals at some point, maybe, right? Let's get crazy. It's the finals.
Adamant at the shop in Provoca.
How much was that for?
Less than 10,000, but more than 5.
Okay, we can come back for that.
If you made the Melmond play, you might not have to. I do think this is that's a bold play out of Inferna and Scruff. But bold plays are sometimes the way to go in finals.
Absolutely. Vaughn working their way north, gonna check out the Peninsula of Power. Giants off the hard reset. Not ideal, but at least there's a lot of money to be had here.
But that's a lot of money, and if you haven't gotten a lot of levels yet, that's maybe the best fight you get off of Peninsula of Power.
I like to see the 4 Zombles personally, or the Zombles and Zomtrolls. I think they give a little bit more XP, but the Giants give the most money for sure, and we want that adamant.
Yeah, but you also don't really have, other than the mage stick, you don't have fire.
Well, I mean, we got harm 4.
There is harm 4. You do have a point there.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, blaze on those asps.
Okay. Yeah, we got chat pointing out Vaughn using some really cool sprites here. It looks like from the Chrono Trigger pack. That's cool. I like that quite a bit.
And DM1988X in chat points out we've got a nuke at level 5.
Okay.
Got a nuke there in Melmond.
All right. Wonder if we caught the slot for that too. Let me see. Our wonderful trackers here have the spoilers for Magic for us. Slot 4. Okay, I think the Red Mage can learn that too in slot 4. So no penalty, it looks like, for the Red Mage takers instead of a Black Mage.
Well, I was going to say it's not promo locked, because 3 is the promo locked slot.
Yeah.
That's the one I always think. That's one I always remember is where is promo locked.
Lulz, that promo locked is promo warp right here, which is funny.
Oh, vanilla promo warp.
Yep.
Vanilla warp.
All right, we're gonna get a Titan tunnel play here. We're gonna go see what Grandpa's got after we check out what Titan's got down here. All right, first trap box.
Yeah. It's Gerwolves.
Okay.
With snake. Ooh. Hope you stocked up on. Hope you stocked up on pure pots.
Always like to buy about 10 of those if I can before I leave Canaria. That's a turn-in we can do. Okay. Oh, Vaughn. Other divergence here. Heading on over to Volcano. No, Crescent first. Okay.
Crescent first.
Okay. The Aerostar burning encounters here. These ducks have come a long way.
Yes.
They're really picking up on these cues we've been trying to teach them.
Warms my heart to see ducks burning encounters and manipulating encounters. Power bonk from Sart.
Okay, so not the best thing to find, but you know what? It's very welcome.
An Oxyale from Crescent.
Okay.
Like to see Vaughn picking up some cabins. Oh, that's why Fiorastar's taking the time off of to burn that first encounter. It's because the second encounter's so quick past it.
Bit of a run after those first two.
Yeah, it's a bit of a run. And yes, it is Nuke in the 4th slot and Warp in its vanilla slot.
Okay. Vaughn indeed making that volcano play after making the stop at the Sages of Crescent Lake and topping off.
I don't dislike it. It's high density. High density checks.
Yep. We got some unique spike tiles here as well. That is a pretty good one.
Oh, that's
yeah. Okay, let's file that one away for about, what do you think? Maybe 30, 40 minutes from now if we're unlucky?
Yeah. Yeah, that's... And it's the first one in.
Yep, that's beautiful.
That's giant.
Could be a little dangerous for the black belt solo, but I think by the time we're ready to do that, it won't be much of a problem.
Yeah, by the time we're ready to make that grind, it's gonna not be an issue.
Ooh, we got a tavern check here from Inferna and Gaia. I missed it. It was quick. I was just impressed he was walking to it.
To answer Razor 1 in chat, it's the 3 to 4 Agama tile.
It's a really good one. Lit 3 Saber at level 3 black. Okay.
Oh, we got Steak on Inferna's side.
Not the preferred variety, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's regular Steak.
Yeah.
And looks like 3 different mark trap chests in the Volcano Armory.
Okay, I think we're gonna circle the wagons here, check all the untrapped boxes first, and then see what we got here, because these boxes are a little dangerous as a ribbon is found. Never mind.
Ribbon. Yeah, Darkmoon, our restreamer, makes a good point. With Ice 3 available, you can get a good quick Aga grind.
Yep.
And then use those damage tiles to burn everyone else down, heal up the black belt, and black belt grind from there.
That's probably the play here. Harm 4 also a level 2 going to help a heck of a lot with that. So we got a lot of security. The Agamas can hit hard, but they're also very lucrative.
Yeah, and what do we always tell our ducklings? The best grind is the one you find.
That's right. You don't leave a grind to find a better one.
Inferna is gonna maybe not. No, Inferna's checking the Inferno was checking the top 2 corners of desert.
Okay, I'm going to point out also that we're in Sky because we got shuffled chime access. So that early cube, which sometimes is a womp womp, is not a womp womp in this situation.
Ooh. Opal bracelet +5.
Payoff right there for sure.
That's already made this greater than less than dive worth it.
That's some great security for the black belt. White mage at some point as well. Like, that's beautiful.
That's, what is it? 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 30 defense absorb, I think?
It's base 30 plus 5.
35.
32, 42 or 45 base absorb on that with the +5. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 times for the pluses. I think it's 2. So I think it's 40 absorb right there. It's beautiful.
That is better. That is better than the black belt's base absorb.
Yep.
That's better than the black belt's base absorb up to 10 hits. Although it gives you no MDef.
Yeah. That's what our levels are for, though. It's fine.
Well, doesn't the black belt's MDef only happen when he's unarmed or unarmored?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, eventually when you're gonna unequip that black belt, like, it's not gonna matter that he doesn't have a ribbon.
Right.
And I mean, if we already found a ribbon too for the early game and for my grind especially, I just slap that opal and a ribbon on the black belt until they're done, and then you move it.
Yeah, that's what you do. Opal shield +2, which is cash.
Yeah, picking up that adamant now. Going to see what that turns into. I gotta feel like we're running into, the ship probably at some point, but maybe we got a floater and we're having some fun today. Who knows?
Well. We still need the ship anyway.
Oh, airboat. That's right.
It's airboat.
That's right. There's some blue stake.
Hey, there's a blue stake.
All right, I'm guessing this is off the hard reset here because we're taking it.
Well, I mean, I think I think I would take blue stake regardless.
Probably. Oh, wow.
Brack.
We're going to brack the blue stake with huge MDef. That's amazing.
That is just beautiful.
Okay, Stake and Wings looks like it's the top right quadrant on the hard reset, and then followed up by saying, so maybe it was the first or second encounter, I wonder. But to your point, we're absolutely taking when we see it.
Yes. We don't not take blue stake when we see it.
Blue stake, best stake.
Yeah, it's a little underdone. Blue stake's a little underdone for me, but but I am a medium rare guy.
Same, yeah.
Oh, Fiera, unfortunately, a little overspent, and couldn't save at the end.
I mean, it was a bit of an expensive end too, like almost 150 gold, which I mean, you would hope to have more than that at 16 minutes in, but we've found plenty of things we want to buy.
Yep.
So.
We've found plenty of purchasing.
Oh yeah,
plenty of shopping going on. And Fiera is going to turn that herb in.
Right, first look at this.
It's TNT. It's dynamite.
Dwarf starter pack inbound. Let's go.
Oh yeah, because Adamant's at Provoca.
Yep.
Oh yes, it's two relatively quick encounters and then a hero run. So
Mm-hmm.
and yes, so we've had a lot. So one of the things that we've had as an option is offering VOD reviews, and Fiera Star has taken advantage of VOD reviews a lot through the through the Derby and the boot camp, and I'm glad to see that that's a floater from the TNT.
Okay.
So Fiera is a ship away from being in the air.
Mm-hmm. Inferno making the ordeals play too. Love it.
One thing that Fiera has gotten much better since the beginning of the boot camp specifically has been in using those free steps for getting in and out of the canoe.
Mm-hmm.
Scruff is making that volcano dive.
Yep, they're going to see the Agamas as well. No, at some point they will.
At some point. Because when you have a black belt, you know you should check tiles.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that Agama one is completely safe because there's no off-step encounters.
Alright. Just Medusa's in this box. It's okay.
It could be worse.
It sure could.
It could be 8 Sork. It could be 8-9 Sorks.
Yep.
It's a tail.
Okay. Fine.
That's not necessarily what I want to see, but... And an ice sword that the red mage can swing.
Mm-hmm.
Ice sword +1. Don't sleep on the ice sword.
Okay. I was wondering if we were gonna look at that spike tile there, but I can absolutely appreciate the warp. No thank you with the dangers that lurk in that dungeon. Thank you.
Yeah. That is a very hazardous... Ordeals is not a safe place in this flag set.
Either the wolves or the Gerwolves have single target lightning, which is, we have improved lightning on, I think, here, so they're just mowing down party members, which is gross.
It is, in fact, the Gerwolves.
Okay.
Because I noticed it on the trap chest in Titans that had only Gerwolves.
Right. Oh, that was a large punch to the face by that T-Rex.
Yeah, all T-Rexes do that.
Alright, here we go. Okay, so it's not the first encounter. That looks like it's regular steak. Second encounter is blue stick. Okay, that's absolutely grindable when we want to do it. I think the Agama is still better, but I mean, you take what you see first, right?
Right? I don't know that Inferno has found the Agamas.
No, I don't think they've gone to Volcano, and Brack has no business working against these T-Rexes multiple times.
Now, I don't like seeing Inferno resetting out of Steak and Wings.
I get it, though.
Wings is good.
Steak
and Wings is still a good encounter.
It is. It definitely is. But like the blue steak here, like, why burn our resources on the steak and wings when we're gonna obviously try to just take this one? I get it, but yeah.
Well, but we're gonna be burning two sets of we're gonna be burning resources on both. So. And yeah, the blue stake probably rolled down on MDEF.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Had to have.
Yeah.
Had to have if Brack's getting through.
It's got no business hitting multiple times like this.
I'm loving seeing it work. Sometimes cheeky Brack strats work.
Yeah. All right, Scruff, going deeper. Our incentive in Volcano is deep placement, so it is this floor or lower.
Yeah, it is Agama floor or carry floor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily like checking all of the chests, but I don't know. I'm not entirely certain about Scruff's item situation.
I don't hate it this early. We're still looking for money. We're looking for gear. It's a dense location. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I'm just... you saw me try to run them. You saw me try to run Black Belt Week. You saw me take it as a point of pride in Black Belt Week to not open any chest that wasn't incentivized.
It's true. It's true. Bit of a different time format this time around, but you're right. Yeah. Ideally, you don't want to be opening many boxes here.
But that ice sword is really good, and it's especially really good to have when you're in Volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Copper Cheerio +5 is not bad.
Yeah, that is, I think, a base silver, if not slightly better.
It is exactly a base silver.
Yeah, that's fine.
+5 is exactly the base of the next one up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what the plus does. I do remember that it is exactly that +5 is exactly the next one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Which, for the most part, that's what's really important to remember.
I'm watching Fiera start like a hawk here, but it looks like they're on the same encounter table as Inferno when they were going through here, so I think we should be okay. A few more Medusas in a box, but that's okay. We got priority. We're going to get some free XP here. That's fine. Yeah, Mecklin, I think you're right. +2 absorb for sure. I think it's +1 evade. +2 evade sounds kind of crazy, so I think it is +1. Yeah, I was wondering if Fiera was going to tempt fate there, but no, they as well wisely just get out of there.
And one thing I don't remember about these flags was Bahamut's Horde turned on?
I believe so. Let me check. I have them pulled up here. No, Bahamut Horde is not turned on, actually. Titan's Trove, Ordeal's Pillars, and a treat that I'm not going to share just yet in case it comes into play.
Well, I know Shuffled Chime access is on.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've mentioned it, and I remember seeing people bonk on it during winter tournaments.
Yeah. Burning encounters too. Like it warms my heart. You're right. Yeesh. Okay, here's at least one trap box here. Yeah. Cardio was a bit of a dud.
Cardio is very much a womp.
Yeah. Couple of blue dragons in a box. They hit very hard, and they typically roll high, so hopefully we can get through this okay.
And trying cheeky Brack strats on them.
All right, turn order, please. Yeah, these guys are thick.
Yeah, they are real thick.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so let's see here. Hang on, I'm gonna check the incentives. So Cardia is incentivized, and I think this is the only trap
this
box
is
we've
the
seen.
last
So
one left.
we want this. It's really unfortunate they have priority turn order and ambush us every time, but finding 2 again is the best case scenario.
And Brack goes through.
Okay.
Cheeky Brack strats sometimes work.
Mm-hmm. All right. They had a lot of HP, so we got to kind of hope this works.
Sorry, I'm watching. Oh, broken into pieces.
And we get a canal. All right. Well, yay.
That was not something that is in any way useful.
Yay. Okay. Well, I mean, the satisfaction of winning the fight.
the XP.
Yeah.
That was worth the XP.
Yeah, it went to 2 good mages. We would have preferred our melees to stay alive, but it's fine. We got through the fight. We got what we got. Moving on.
We're not doing the we're not using the Inn of Shame.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a bunch of houses because houses are rather cheap.
Yeah.
Inferna gets a Masa out of Sky.
Okay.
Sky truly does provide.
Mm-hmm. Golden Shocker picking up that Opal +5. Yes, please.
Absolutely get that. Absolutely, we want that Opal +5.
Yeah, pretty sure everybody's going to get that one. Couple of sea snakes in Waterfall here. Alright, 2 trap boxes here in Waterfall, plus the robot, who gives us the loot. We need that, so we'll take it.
And nightmares.
It's okay. We got priority, we got Ice 3. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not awful, it's just not an easy fight.
Yeah. Sleep Touch Mummies. Sure.
Well, I mean that is their Mellow Touch.
Yep. Alright, Harm 4 gonna wipe the field.
I'm gonna wipe out the mummies and just leave us the mommy.
Mm-hmm.
JC lately in chat. An FFR race. Been a while since I saw one. This isn't just any FFR race.
Oh yeah.
This is the championships of our Duckling Derby of our new player program tournament.
Mm-hmm. Each one of these runners has showed tremendous grit, passion, understanding, learning. It's been fantastic to watch them grow. We got a 5-person matchup here. Never happened before, which is really cool. And it's a good race. There's a lot of going on. There's some divergence, but no real opposition just yet.
Oh, it'll come. It'll come.
I'm trying to will a little bit into existence. It is the finals, after all.
We had something with Blaze earlier.
I think Asps, had Blaze. So it'll make Earth Cave a little frustrating, but for the most part, it's okay.
So that heal 3 at level 3 is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Harm 3 at level 5.
It's fine.
Fade and Cure 4 at level 6.
Okay.
Fane Superstore is just such a nice thing to have.
Yep.
Also, I never think about that landing spot when you have Bridge to Lefane on.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit shorter of a walk. Oh, Fiera Star.
Fiera. I have been telling you in every VOD review, parking spots. Learn your parking spot for Volcano.
He's on the right side. We'll give him that. Yeah, JC, please do. Check out the VODs.
Yeah.
This has been a tremendous tournament. You know, all these runners have put in a lot of work here.
And they truly are the cream of this duckling crop.
Yep.
And Fiera finds those Agamas.
And you see the pause, and I'm gonna think about this. Let's kick the tires. How much HP do you actually have?
Ooh, low roll on that ice 3.
Yeah, not ideal. They've rolled multiple hits, which is also not ideal. North of 250 at least, which is about what I thought. Are we south of 400? Yes, we are.
We're south of 400.
Okay, that is black belt doable pretty easily once we get the levels. I feel comfortable about that. Black belt should be one-shotting them at, 6 hits, hopefully, most times, with the crit rate turned off. Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Plus 10 hit, let me think here. They need 18. They'll have 6 hits already, I think.
18.
Yeah.
Possibly 17, but definitely 18.
I think it's 18. 18.
That is the crown. That is the crown in the room before the 5-pack.
Yep. Nobody's turned that in yet. Someone else did grab it. I'm not sure whom. It's Scruff. Yep, Scruff. And Golden Shocker does as well, as they're working their way through Volcano as well.
That's 2 shards for down and carry.
Mm-hmm.
Or Kelly, as our fun enemy names puts it.
Let's see. I didn't get a really good look at Agama floor here. Not many more trap boxes.
Not really a lot more boxes though.
I mean,
plus 3. Hello.
It slightly incentivizes the thought of a promotion here.
I like Shocker's call there to just look, see if it's a trap box, see that it isn't, and go.
We're gonna warp out though. We're not gonna go and tempt fate here. Kelly is no joke. Kelly one especially. She has been a gatekeeper throughout Winter Tournament, and the scaling doesn't sound bad when you talk about it. It's 140, 200. It's like, okay, it doesn't sound too abrasive, but it just shrinks it enough where they roll higher more often than not. They're going to be a lot closer to 200 more often than they're going to be closer to 140.
Yeah, and Kelly gets a lot of hits.
Yep.
And Golden Shocker just tried, and apparently that's our chime lock.
Okay. That makes sense.
That makes sense why we haven't seen someone turn it in.
Yep, that makes sense. It's really great, too, to think about. It just
Shocker going to pick up those blue Ds.
2 in the box again. That's good. Again, that's what you want to see. 2 is fine. We can maneuver through that.
Oh, those hurt. That hurts. They're pretty absorby, too.
Yep.
Three hits for 36 with a crit.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not the character we really want to get that to pick up that beautiful juicy XP, but
Not ideal, no. But
Scruff,
we got through the fight. It's okay.
Scruff Pro Mode, which means it looks like Scruff's probably gonna lean into that ninja.
Okay. Interesting.
Which is not the worst play.
No, that's completely valid. Especially with the katana +3, completely valid.
Which means maybe you use that Agama for a party grind just to make that black belt, that master into an ablative meat shield.
Yeah. I mean, you can do a lot of things. It's definitely like to see the pivot to the ninja. It can work. I see the black belt. I'm gonna want to do black belt strats, but I mean, they can very easily pivot here, and who knows? This is interesting.
I think I would have taken that gas D.
I might have two. They're pretty lucrative for XP.
It's a lot of XP. I mean, the single biggest XP encounter in the vanilla game is 4 gas Ds.
All right, Fierstar gonna go show us Kelly for the first time. Second katana there for Inferna on Sky Spider, I think he's on.
I think so. Sorry, with five racers, it is
It's a lot going on.
A lot going on and a lot to follow.
All right, here we go. We're gonna try Bane because why not? Fog 2, don't hate it, and we're gonna fast that black belt. All right, fast comes out. Good turn order. Black belt says good night. We have life, so sure. Bane ineffective. We're gonna prioritize a heal. Looking for some turn order here. Don't get it. Kelly says, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly is really hitting hard.
Yeah, like she does. Good heal. Fire 2, believe it or not, is good. We like to see that. First punch, 5 hits, 109. Okay. Uh-huh. How's Temper gonna do? Good heal 3. Another punch. 5 hits, 101. Dark. No improved dark, I don't think, is on, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. More Fog 2. More Temper. No more Fog 2.
Somewhere between 9 and 12. Somewhere between about 9 and 1200 is Carrie's actual health.
All right, 249 there. 474. Turn order, please. Oh, dear. And seen this a couple times in the tournament. You're just about there, and Kelly says, hang on.
And Kelly says, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to punch you.
Okay. Ooh, Franklin says he thinks it's on. I'm going to take a look here. Oh, gosh, it is. Oh, dear.
That makes Kelly even scarier.
Oh, yeah.
let's see. Shocker is in Ordeals, because that's the Ordeals tile.
Yep.
Inferna is in the Superstore.
Mm-hmm.
Scruff is up in Sky. Finds
Masa
that
+3
Masa.
there. Ooh.
That is on Sky 1 left.
And we'll be putting that on the black belt momentarily if they live, because we're going to find a katana very soon as well in the next room.
And Vaughn gets that floater.
Yep.
And remembers airboat is on.
Well done.
Yeah, Franklin in chat, who is one of our trackers, points out Kelly is rarely worth going early with these flags.
Yep.
So
I gotta figure this is just a crown dive again. We might get out of here after picking up the crown.
So I will say, I'll give a big shout out to our trackers, Mecklin89 and Franklin RN, as well as our restreamer, Dark Moon. Thank you all for helping us make this, get this race off the ground.
Definitely. Thank you, everyone.
Looks like Shocker's going to promote.
Okay.
And no, we do not have Bahamut's Horde on.
Okay.
Oh, we've got plenty of trap chests here on Earth 1 so far.
Yep. Okay. I was beginning to wonder where all our shards were. 45-ish minutes in, 5 for Fiera Star and Inferna, 9 apiece for Shocker and Scruff. Vaughn with the early shard lead at 13. And here are some in Earth Cave.
And Vaughn getting aggressive. Vaughn's starting to get aggressive with only checking trap chests.
That's fine at this point. I don't disagree with it.
I agree with the play.
Mm-hmm.
It's a subtle reason why I like shards and marked trap chests.
All right, first look at Sea Shrine here.
If you're Shocker, do you go Kraken side or do you go Mermaid side?
Right now I'm going Kraken side, and I'm hoping.
See, I'm going Mermaid side and hoping for shards.
See, you don't want to go Mermaid side though. That's a surprise we were leaving till later. Franklin and Chad, yeah, it is random incentive locked, yeah, which typically would be only one room.
Shocker is going Kraken side.
Yep. Well remembered.
Shocker. One thing. Use the free step.
Yep.
There's a free step on that floor you can use. It's not much, but it is one free step.
I don't hate taking trash fights on my way through this dungeon either. This is where you want to take fights if you're going to be taking them in a dungeon. This is Sky, so I don't hate it.
It's a good place to take trash fights, and that's Chine out of That's Chime out of Earth Cave.
Okay.
Out of Lich's Lich's Armory.
Lich's Closet, I think.
I thought Closet was the little one. But
yeah, maybe you're right. We got names for everything.
Get Dark Moon in chat. Take every free step you can.
You're not wrong. All right.
But yes, the reason I talk about mermaid about going mermaid side and hoping for shards is density.
Yes, you are correct. But there is a problem with going mermaid side with our loadout right now.
Honestly, I'm not surprised to see this particular strat out of Scruff.
Mm-hmm.
Danning the black belt.
Yeah.
Oh, master. Danning the master and just and embracing the good of Gallifrey.
Yeah. This is a great 3-man party right here. Thief, white, black. It's a winning party in this flag set. It's won in the tournament before.
It's an excellent party for these flags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Franklin Vanilla Warp, lol.
And that crown is going to become the crystal.
Okay. So I think Matoya is going to end up being our answer, maybe.
I think Matoya has to be the answer at this point.
Yeah.
And Vaughn doing a subtle thing that I like, that I want to point out, and that was taking a step or two to the left to be able to see all 3 chests in the locked room.
Yep. There it is. Okay, so...
But it meant seeing all 3 chests in the locked room so that he knew, so that they knew whether or not they needed to come back after the key.
Mm-hmm. White shirt there. We like that quite a bit. Any evasion is welcome, and that is a very sad Canaria Armory with no shards.
But a defense sword.
We'll take it.
I will take a ruse casting item.
Yeah. Yep.
I will take a ruse casting item and not complain.
Okay, so let me see something here.
Yeah, Mechlin, our other tracker, makes a good point. That means Excal is in C.
Yep, that's what I was just checking.
And Vaughn finds some EXPs.
So, shocker here, gonna get away with one of not having to worry about what's left in here. It's gonna feel bad, and they're gonna panic a little bit. Oh no, the lock picking! Oh, very smart as well. Okay, so no need here. Like, this is fine.
Thief lock picking.
Yeah. Okay, so Mermaid Prism was on for everybody that wasn't getting it just yet, so we wouldn't have been able to open these boxes in these rooms.
And I suspect we will not see bubbles being carbonated.
I mean, you probably not, because there's nothing in there, but
there's no shards in there.
I can't come here and not. Mermaid's got to go. Yeah, but race.
Race is a race. Oh. No.
Okay, gonna double check it. Were they able to see both boxes in the bottom rooms? Nice. We're not gonna go to the far Could we see them? Oh, very. They're doing a lot of good things here
Yeah.
with their positioning. They had to have been able to. Very nice.
Yeah, otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah. Why else would you do that?
Yeah, wouldn't have skipped them over.
Mm-hmm. Impressive.
That's my heart. These ducks are doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, this is the finals. What do you expect? You're seeing some elite level strats here. It's beautiful. Any time save is a good time save.
Dark Moon pointing something out and pointing another subtle pro strat out in the chat. Saving in the air in Cardia.
Mm-hmm.
Which, oh, shocker, get the right parking space.
Yes.
That's a pro strat I don't often remember.
Mm-hmm. All right, Fiera Star sitting on the stake here. They're just taking the top right quadrant, so I don't think they're going to come across the blue stake because they're just hard resetting every time. This is pretty safe for the black belt also.
That's a very safe. It's a very safe fight. I like that play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 hits already, and we're not even. Yeah, this is good. We're 23, I think, so we should have 8 hits at 28.
28.
Yep.
And then I might take some blue stake.
I don't know if they know they're there. At that point, though, I might go back to those Agamas.
Fiera's the one that knew about the blue stake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought it was Inferno that knew that.
No, it was Fiera.
Ah, okay. There's a lot going on screen.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, Mechlin, you're right. Yeah, I don't think so.
No, Mecklin's right, and I have not seen anyone park at the right place in Volcano.
They're all on the right side. They're to the left, which is good.
They're all close.
Yeah. All right, Shocker here, going to take the fight against Kelly. A little bit of a better loadout. First punch, 6 for 83.
And Scruff takes out Kelly as well.
Okay. Dark misses the melee dealers. That's good.
Kelly with a lot of absorb.
Yeah, we got to start having these tempers pop off. There we go.
6 for 590, or was it 4 for 599 with crits, and that's Kelly down.
Beautiful.
Shocker is rapidly catching up on shards.
Yep. 21 for Vaughn, and they have the complete puzzle. They just need their shards. They got all their items they need.
So I think for Vaughn, what I'm doing...
Ruse Stick.
Oh, both Ruse items in the Corneria Treasury.
Okay. There's that loot. Right, I'm going to check the Dwarven Armory here. 8 free boxes, hopefully a couple of shards.
There are a couple of shards in there.
Nice, at least 3. Beautiful.
So I think Fiera has finished that grind.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if I'm Vaughn, I'm really only looking for one more shard.
Correct. So then there's 10 on the other fiends.
Because there's 10 on the other fiends.
Yep.
But I wouldn't pass up getting 3 or getting 3 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Like, we're gonna open some boxes on the way. If we look in a door and we see a trap box, we're gonna take it. So we might cut down what we have to do. I might try to prioritize Volcano last at this point because 2 shards at the end is a lot. More likely you'll need to not have to worry about than 4 shards with Tia. I'd rather just keep going through that.
Right. And I don't mind. I don't mind taking the. Okay, there was one shard in that. There was one either shard or the X-Cal.
Yeah, it was the X-Cal.
It was the X-Cal in
Yeah.
Mermaid Room, in that mermaid, in the vanilla mermaid treasure room.
Okay, I think there's one. I think there's two spike chests on this floor. So
There's another ribbon.
Okay. Scruff,
And
thank you.
Scruff does in fact carbonate bubbles.
Well done.
The Bubble Soda Company thanks you. No, there's the X-Cal. So that was another shard.
Okay. I think there's one more in the top room there. That was the bottom left there. Vaughn got it.
And Fiera about to go into that room with the Mazza in it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, should we call that room La Mazia? Sorry, Champions League final was today. I've got football on the brain.
It's full of eyes, though. Look at that. Back-to-back encounters.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Yep. All right, Kraken.
And even if I'm not really checking boxes, I probably still check the other two that are there next to this one.
Mm-hmm.
Because the time penalty for doing it is minimal.
All right, Dark misses the ninja there for Golden Shocker, so we got our damage dealer still doing okay things. Takes a big punch, but we're still standing. I think we have Cure 4 on that White Mage. We definitely have Heal 3s.
We definitely have Heal 3s. Not that Heal 3 is going to do a whole lot against that Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
I did not notice if Fiera actually did pick up that Mazza.
I think they did. All right. Down goes Kraken.
And I don't know whether to hope they did or they didn't. Because that's been another thing that has been getting pointed out is if you are opening boxes, you need to be able to answer the question, what am I looking for?
Right. All right, Scruff power bonking, fasting away.
There's a sandwich.
Invis 2s as well. White Mage takes a detonation to the face, but I think this ninja is going to be okay. More bonk. I feel you. Dark misses again with that ink. Now we're going to test swing. Oh dear.
Or not. I want to say that ninja might have a ribbon on.
Okay, Kraken. Oh wow, we saved all the way back there too. Gosh.
That feels bad.
It's unfortunate. That's all that was. It happens.
Vaughn's gonna take this. Vaughn's gonna take this Kraken, and I am loving seeing the ruse items coming out immediately.
Absolutely. Whew.
Well, I mean, Kraken doing Kraken things.
Sure does.
This is what Kraken does. Kraken punches.
Right, Shocker. Where are you right now? You in Sky? Yeah, we're in Sky. Okay. So they'll get their Masa as well.
Yep. In this room coming up.
Mm-hmm. If they open the box, that is. Let's find out.
If they open the box. I mean, I think it makes sense to open the box.
It's right here. It's tucked in this little 3-pack. So, like, I mean...
But no.
I don't disagree. We don't need it.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with not opening the box.
We got a Katana +3. We got a Sun Sword even +2 on this Red Mage. Like, you know, whatever. What's a Masa? Exactly, Mecklin. Yeah, even Black Belt pitching in with their punch. Vaughn makes it through Kraken.
4 more.
Mm-hmm.
And now just needs Tia.
Yep. Or we're going to go to Volcano. Up. And we're going to park in the correct spot.
Park in the right place.
Well done. We're going for the Agamas.
Going for the Agama grind.
Okay.
I like seeing this.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna shift this opal, this ribbon. We're just gonna kit out this black belt. 44.
44.
Absorb on that. Goodness.
Yeah, the thief is already down,
Yep.
and you can use the lava tiles to get the 2 mages down.
Yep. Oh, poison touch too. Thank you. All right, Fierstar giving us the first look at the Bridge of Destiny. A free run across. No sorcerers again. Where are they?
I don't object. I will not object to not seeing sorcerers in this particular flag set. I also agree with Golden Shocker taking the Whiz Vamps.
Yep.
The Sparkle Vampires are very rich in XP.
Yep. Anytime I see 2 or more of them in a pack, I think about it. 4 of them, absolutely going to take that.
Yeah, I mean that fight is rich in vitamin EXP.
Yep. All right, Vaughn's got those 2 party members where he wants it.
He's also switching the Masa over to that black belt.
I mean, for a layer of security right now, let's just see what this Masa does. It's fine. We can just swing away, I think. It don't matter. Leaving Light Axe too. Party can do what they want if they can help out at all. All right. These guys hit hard.
But 44 absorb and...
Okay. 1 swing with this Masa and we're good. How much XP are 3 of them? It's got to be pretty good. Oh, yeah, that's good.
21,000.
That's good.
Pretty good.
That's good.
And it's completely safe because there's no off-step encounters.
Yep. Okay, so 21,000. This is not going to take that long.
No, it really isn't.
All right, no patrolling war mech for Shocker either. We're going to see an encounter, but it's just metal slimes.
Which, I mean, that's a good encounter to see. That's,
Yep.
again, a lot. That's, again, very rich in vitamin E XP.
Yep. Ooh, 2 fighters also very good. All right, Masa unequipped, 8 hits on this black belt. We're already at 28. Yeah, there's 29. So we're going to get 10 hits at 39, I think. Yeah. Okay. How high? 39 is where we could stop if we wanted to.
We could stop at 39.
Yeah, we could. Ooh, these guys have Blaze.
I might consider going to 49.
I mean, we could get, the mythical 12 hits here. It is doable.
Because that gives us 12 hits and the pseudo ribbon.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, let's see here. This is a very lucrative fight full of XP, don't get me wrong, but it's also taking a little bit. Oh, that's 35, though, just like that with 4 of them. Okay. Let's see.
Two of them is a little bit thin on the XP. It's still 14,000, but...
That's about 14, 15 seconds for 2 of them.
So it's about 1,000 XP a second.
Yeah, give or take.
I'm not stopping before I get to 10 hits.
Yeah, we're going to probably hit it with this fight here, I think. Nope, it's 1 more. Okay. Shocker taking out Tia.
That's 10 hits.
So much damage.
Black Belt cast Punch. It's super effective. Shocker entering Topher.
Okay. Call it 110, 15-ish.
Ish.
All right, Vaughn stops at 42.
Still needs 4 more shards.
Yep.
Gonna go get Tia, I'm sure. Gonna go mode up to Tia.
We could do that, yeah. It's a pretty quick dungeon to go mode.
It is the by the way, subtlety, Golden Shocker taking exactly the correct rounding on Lich Floor.
Yep. Mid-Topher is on, which is kind of the meta and still is at this point. It's a very fair, but also, as you can see, slightly punishing Temple of Fiends with vanilla scripts. Okay.
Yeah, as Darkmoon points out, if Shocker runs into any issues, the freight train is coming.
Yep, it sure is. The plus hit percent on the black belt is going to keep them relevant. 6-8 hits is not, unreasonable and certainly going to help our way through this.
Yes, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Almost worth casting fast on.
Almost. Yeah, if we get a free turn to do that.
I mean, I agree with casting fast on the katana-wielding ninja first.
Definitely.
And I agree with not wasting the second fast cast on Kelly, too.
Yep. We have a finite amount of those. Oh, Gershark Big Eye. That's my favorite fight in the game.
Shocker, this is the floor to not miss any free steps.
All right, gonna put the black belt in slot 1, ninja in slot 2. So we're leaning on that ninja. We're gonna hope this black belt takes a hit for us.
I mean, in a lot of ways, that's what a black belt. That's what a decent level black belt, or what a decent level master is there to do.
Yep. Okay, that was a good punch too. 342 and 9 hits, 850. Kraken says, "I will see you and double it." Life in battle. What are we gonna do
again?
Here?
Again, that's what black belt. That's what the black belt is there to do, is to take a hit.
Okay, so lock comes out. Timely life there. That's fine. That's fine. That's one more hit that doesn't go into the white mage's face.
Yeah, that's one more hit that doesn't go into the white mage's face or the ninja's face.
Lit 2. All right, it's also fine.
It's fine because it's not a punch.
We would like to be doing a little more damage here. There we go.
That'll do it. Also, just a little subtlety. That's 8 hits on that black belt.
Yep. All right, so Kraken was okay. We've seen worse.
And does a very smart thing by immediately healing up.
Yep. Do not take a step without healing. On to tier 2 floor. She can be deceptively mean.
I don't think that's deceptive at all.
All right. White shirt strats are fine. Punch with the black belt. 1 damage. That and not multiple hits.
Scruff is an ice cave.
We're going to look for, I think, 2 shards here. I don't hate it. It's pretty dense.
Yeah, it's a lot of It's a lot of chests. I don't necessarily dislike it. It's
4 hits, 287, 7 hits, 622. This ninja is doing a lot of damage. Fast comes out, misses the master, who is taking a nap. Heal 3 preemptively. Damage poison. 8 hits, 705. Tia is still standing.
Bust.
Good turn order.
A bust in ice cave.
Bane comes out, takes out the red mage. Blizzard. White mage down to a knee. 6 hits, 399. Whoo, this Tia.
Tia 2 is down.
All right, and here comes the freight train. Vaughn onto Lich 2 floor.
Vaughn using the correct routing on that floor too.
Yep. All right, we're gonna get on the chaos floor, and then we're gonna probably bring up the party members with whatever life we have. We have 2. Oh, plenty on the red mage,
more
though.
than that because we got plenty on the red mage.
Plenty. Okay, so this white mage is gonna probably go in slot 1 to take a punch. Not much else she can do besides be a white shirt totem at this point.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty useful thing to do.
A lot of HP on her, too. Nope, still going to be the black belt. All right, here we go. Okay, we're going to punch, we're going to wall, we're going to bonk. Fast comes out. Punch on the chaos. 3 hits, 164. Chaos punches the white mage. That's fine.
Dodgy chaos.
Yeah, we got lock. We should start firing out lock here. 4 hits, 230. This is okay. It doesn't look like it's full of absorb. Heal 3 just to keep the white mage up, taking punches. More bonk. Fast on the black belt.
I do like that play.
Yep, we were saving it. You were saying it earlier. 7 hits, 605.
605.
Crack comes out, takes out the white mage.
Just say no to crack, boys and girls.
Vaughn, here comes the freight train still. On to Kraken 2. 5 hits, 700, lit 3, down to nope. That red mage is still up on 2 flags. Big nuke roll.
937.
That's a big swing.
Small nuke roll there. Yes, that'll do it.
Get your GGs out in chat.
That is Golden Shocker with an official race time GG time of 1:17:45.
GGs.
GG. That is our new Duckling Supreme.
Yep. Well done.
Well done, sir. See if we can get maybe get Shocker in for an interview.
Mm-hmm.
That Vaughn not far behind, and
Yeah.
Scruff Ninja into Topher at, call it 1:18:44.
Yep. The freight train for Vaughn is coming. This black belt is just decimating all.
Oh, that's what high level black belts do.
Yep. That was a 2-round tier right there.
Yeah, sounds about right. So to answer Seth Darkheart in chat, all 5 of these racers have graduated out of being Duck, in the Duck program. By making the top. GG to you, Mr. Duckling Supreme.
GG's.
Yeah, thank you. That was a seed, wasn't it?
It was something. It was something.
It was something.
Yeah, I felt like I was just rounding around randomly for a little bit there. Like, honestly, like, I wasn't really making much progress. I was just trying to, like, gather shards and do it in a way that didn't, like, just crush me. So, that was a lot of what happened for the first, like, 40 minutes or so.
These winter tournament flags were not easy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially the finals where everything was scaled up a lot harder. Yeah, it definitely presented a different challenge than the previous weeks for sure.
14 hits, 2100 for Vaughn here. This black belt is just an absolute machine. Slow 2 on the black mage, I think that is.
Not the black belt, and that'll do it for Vaughn.
Yep. GG's.
GG's Vaughn. That is an official race time GG time of 1:20:31. Vaughn says will not be able to come into the booth for an interview, but will be in chat. So, GG's Vaughn. Well done.
So, Shocker, I want to know what your thoughts were, because I'm sure you practiced these plenty, and appropriately, you got yourself the lovely black belt white mage force for this, which is appropriate for a finals. Like, what were you thinking about the party there when you see the black belt initially and you got to take it? But the gift of plus 10 hit percent had to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a game changer for me. But then I was like trying to figure out how I was going to manage like health wise, because you know, white mage, black belt, like pretty much no defense at the beginning. I was like, well, I'll take the red mage just so I have the option to put some armor on. And then around that time, like when I saw what the encounter table looked like, I was like, I'm gonna have to run a lot. So I was like, I have to pull a thief at that point. So I ended up doing that just to give myself the flexibility to kind of go through and not suffer too much, especially with like low defense characters.
Yeah, definitely the smart play. Thief is very strong in this flag set, so picking one up was great. The promotion we saw you do, were you just, when you got the Thief and you got the tail and everything, were you thinking like promotion is something I'm going to do? Was there some reason for it, or what were you thinking?
I already had the katana at that point, I'm pretty sure. So, exactly. I mean, I was I just was doing the math. I was like, well, katana is my most like powerful weapon that I can have right now. Even if I have to sacrifice the master and the black belt, I was like, I'm probably better off going with that, trying to get the most that I can out of my ninja, and then let the chips fall where they may with everybody else. I was like, if I have one really solid character, I can just plow through the whole seed. So I was just hoping that I could make the most of katana and ninja and just kind of fly through everything, which luckily worked out, but it was a little bit of a clincher there as we went.
So just to note for you, when you cleared, I think it was Kraken 2, that did get your black belt up to eight hits. Your master at that point up to 8 hits.
Yeah, I intentionally took some of the fights on the first few floors of Topher, knowing that I was pretty close. So I was gonna run, and I was like, well, I could get a couple extra hits, and maybe that helps me with like Chaos or Tia. So I was like, might as well just do it. So yeah, that was part of the reason I took some of the fights I did, because there's like that Agama fight and the Frost Dragons. I took that just knowing that I could get the extra levels, and that would probably help me at that point.
No, that's a smart play. That's a veteran play.
Yeah, and it worked out great because that plus 10 hit on the black belt kept it relevant even when you were able to pump everything into that ninja. It was doing fine damage. It was helping. It wasn't, a detriment to the party at all, which worked out in your favor as well.
Yeah, no, that's all I could ask for. Like I decided like the ninja was Mr. President, and I was gonna guard him as best I could, but then with the black belt I was like, well, at least do your part and go ahead and start doing damage, and that'll give me time to get my ninja online and do all the buffs. So I'm pretty happy with how that worked out.
Yeah, I didn't play Winter Tournament, but as I recall, 117.45 was a pretty decent Winter Tournament time.
Yeah, especially in finals flags for sure.
I mean, so all my practice runs, I mean, I didn't do any better in like 124. So getting a 117 in the finals, on restream, everything that goes with it, I'm like, I really can't complain. Like, I'm thrilled with that. And I mean, the whole event's obviously been fun. So, being able to even get this far is awesome in the first place. But then, to play really well in the finals too is just, just really awesome. Thrilled with how that worked out.
And Vaughn points out in chat that this is one of his faster times as well, and that's good. That's good. You both effectively used the black belt, which certainly warms my heart.
Definitely.
You were using good techniques like encounter manipulations, and which, as the person who is designing and trying to teach how to get better, that makes me very happy to see.
Vaughn, I know you couldn't join us in the interview room here, but I'd love to know your thoughts, because that black belt was a freight train. If you can throw in the chat for us, you did the Agama thing, which was smart. The XP was super juicy. You stopped at the right time, I think, as well, once you got to your 10 hits. Just tell us your thoughts in the chat, if you could, about that black belt as you were working your way through Temple of Fiends as well. Scruff Ninja Tuna on to Chaos. Fog 2 strats. You love to see it.
It's effective.
Yep. All right, Bonk is on the ninja. Temper's coming out. More Fog 2.
Some Invis 2.
Slow 2 hits the white mage. Okay. Time to swing. Nope, more Bonk. Okay.
Oh, I think Scruff may be
waiting for the Cure 4.
Waiting for the Cure 4.
Yeah. More Fog 2.
Yeah, so Vaughn says he was going to take a thief or a fighter, whichever saw first. Then was going to 10 hits. Was pretty sure it was 39, but wasn't completely sure. It is 39 with plus 10% hit.
Yep. All right. Cure 4 seen. First swing was good. Second swing leaves something to be desired. Third swing, big one. 1,200 damage. Another 1,200 damage.
Almost 1,300 damage.
Swirl comes out. We got Cure 4s in the tank. Let's spend them. Another swing. 1,100.
And that'll do it.
GG's.
GG Scruff. With an official race time GG time of 1:28:03. Well done, Scruff.
I see them in the waiting room. I'm going to assume they're good to jump in here. I'm going to grab them.
GG Scruff.
GG Scruff.
Yo, GG.
GG's.
So tell us your thought process.
Yes, please.
Well, it started off thinking that I was going to be doing a really good 3-party run. Then I got the thief in and thought, maybe I can make this a 4-party. And then I found a Masamune and I was like, maybe I can get rid of this black belt. I chose incorrectly.
By the way, Fiera has pulled Chaos with with man mode black belt.
It's bold.
It's bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it works out. Oof.
Yeah. So I think, Scruff, I think you were the first person on stream that we saw that made what was ending up being an obvious pivot to the ninja. I don't think it was you said it kind of cost you. I don't think that was an incorrect play. That katana was super juicy. The black belt, though, with the plus 10 hit, did you try to keep it relevant as well to kind of help your party out there? Because it was doing okay damage for a lot of you guys.
I was contemplating it, but I just made a decision after I got that one poison. Gosh, I don't know where, in one of the dungeons. And I figured, all right, maybe this is it. Maybe I should just keep him dead so I can get more experience points for the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
That's a valid strat.
If you're going to lean into 3-man, that's the way to do it. It was correct to do it that way.
Judging by the levels, though, of some of the other black belts, I'm guessing there was a good farming tile.
4 Agamas on the fire elemental tile in Volcano.
Yeah, first tile.
Oh, yeah, the one I didn't bother to check. Go figure.
It's always that way. I think, I'm not sure who saw, maybe it was Fiera Star, but there was a 2 fighter tile on Sharknado floor.
Ooh, that would have been a good grind, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure who saw it. It was on the left side of the screen. I can't remember if it was Inferno.
I'm pretty sure I took that one.
You took that one too? Okay.
Yeah.
There's so much going on with 5 of you guys out there.
Yeah, it's tough to follow here in the booth.
Especially when they're all running fast, man. Like, they were pulling out, like, some veteran moves. The encounter manip, like you said, the correct stepping on places, damage tiling down characters. It was great. Like, there's a lot going on.
Oh, man, that encounter was so kind.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when you get the first 2 right at the gate and then, like, a good 100 steps out of nowhere.
Yeah, that hero run was beautiful. There was blue stake in the desert as well, in the top left quadrant of the second encounter. So there was all kinds of goodness around on this seed.
Yeah, there was steak and wings and blue steak in
Mm-hmm.
the top left quadrant as the first 2 encounters.
I'm really curious to rewatch the VOD. I want to see how everyone did, because I figured this had kind of a pivoting or like a branching item turn-in, so to speak.
Very early, too.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see how everyone went.
I think you were the first one that made the River to Melman play, and we were loving it.
Oh yeah, seeing that slab off the princess is like, fine, I'll go turn it in.
Well, because then you can go provoke us straight into Lefane.
Yep. Which I think Lefane was what, Oxiel maybe, so it wasn't super useful at that moment, but it was fine. Let me check here. Great notes from our trackers again here. Where's it?
Oh, here's that thunder from Tia 2. That's Tia 2 terminated on Fiera's side.
Okay.
Playing a little risky by taking a step before healing.
Fine. It's fine.
I've lost a race by doing that.
I think we all have at some point.
I lost out of Winter Tournament by not doing that. It was a couple of years ago.
All right, here we go. Chaos.
Chaos.
Ruses, invises. Black Mage goes down right away. Not ideal, but we got life. We're getting other turn orders here. Ruse keeps coming out. More invises. There's the Ice 3. All right, Black Belt's in pretty good shape here.
Vaughn, the Ruse stick was in the other room in Corneria locked.
Yeah, the defense sword in one room, the Ruse stick in the other.
So you had both Ruse items in Corneria.
All right, more bonking. Wall, I think that was for the ninja. Unfortunately, the Lit 3 did the job. We're going to fog 2. Flow 2. I think that hit the White Mage.
No, we always prefer that to hit the White Mage. We always prefer that to hit the thing that's not the one that's not doing melee.
Swirl.
14.
Down goes the White Mage. Tornado.
We're in hold A mode on this for this black belt.
Can't remember if we've seen the Cure 4 yet either. I think we must have though, or we just went.
We just went. We just went when we got down to just the black belt.
Oh, that's a big tornado.
Yeah.
So, Shocker and Scruff, this, like, with the practices for this, we had, obviously, the vanilla character scripts here for the enemies. How did you guys approach your Temple of Fiends, knowing you were going to be running into that nuke from Lich every time, running into, you know, Kraken that was always going to be what Kraken is, and that chaos that's just looming with that Cure 4?
I mean, if anything, I think that was just easier for me to some extent because that's what I'm used to seeing. Like I've seen enough like vanilla script bosses that I felt pretty comfortable with it. I mean, obviously, I was a little scared when Lich hit me with nuke. It hit me for what 350 like a character. But with that being said, I was kind of prepared for it, so I wasn't too panicky at that point.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like Vaughn's plan. Vaughn's plan was black belt cast punch.
Sound plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was basically just pray that the Black Wizard was able to cast fast before Nuke came out.
Mm-hmm. Our Fieras are back in on the Kali 2, and Inferno working their way through Sea Shrine. There was quite a few shards here, and Kraken at the end of it wasn't too threatening. So they should be pretty close to their shards pretty soon.
I mean, and to be fair, that's pretty much Fiera Star's plan too. Black belt cast punch.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Fiera Star swinging that katana on that ninja. What were your last two shards, Scruff?
Both in Marsh, I think.
Oh,
You went to ice, right? You were trying to find those last two.
Yep, there were
Yeah.
not a single one in ice. That was like, ugh.
that's just disgusting.
Yeah, you would think there's got to be something there.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah.
Or shards and ice.
Yeah.
Right.
The katana. The first one was in Sky 1 on the right side. The second one, was it in Volcano?
I think it was in Volcano. But Sky 1 on the left side in that
Had the Masa too, yeah.
Had the Masa +3.
Yeah, Masa in one room, katana in the other. Yep, makes sense. It was the Agma room, wasn't it? It was the free box.
Yeah, it was the free box in the Agma room.
All right. Fiera Star gets through Kraken. We're able to bring the whole party back up here.
Okay, I think I know why. Fiera takes that one step off of the tile, and it's so as not to. It's to try not to mess up after menuing.
Oh, like go left by accident once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that fear because I legit did that once in a race.
Yeah, I did that once or twice too.
I've done that on short Topher. And immediately gone into the previous boss fight. The previous refight.
The one I did was short Topher, but thankfully it was on Tia and I walked left and immediately thought, oh, I shouldn't do that. I should take the shortcut. We went right back into a Tia fight.
1,000 damage by that black belt. That was a big punch. Black mage is down, but that's okay. We're through. Yeah, Vaughn, I think Carrie's the one I've done that on the most. I remember doing that on her in a race at some point for sure.
Yep, and we're getting our... I don't like not at least swinging with that ninja to get at least chip damage out of it.
Well,
but I think the fast got off though. So
okay, and we got Ruse. We should be evade capped on that black belt now. Power bonk is there, so we don't need the tempers.
At this point, I like heal up the black belt and start punching.
Yep, heal 3 comes out. More power bonk.
That would be an interesting. Experiment, Scruff.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a run back and focus on the black belt.
Yeah, just to see if I could get a slightly better time.
Slow 2. I think it missed the black belt though. And there's the cure 4.
Which means it's time for punch.
Yes. We're even going to light axe because why not? There's a swirl.
4 for 920.
Okay, that's a lot of crits.
That slow 2 did hit the black belt.
Yeah, it did.
But that means it brought it back down to just regular hits.
Yeah. A lot of damage though. Crits are getting through. 1,300 on that swing.
And that'll do it. 11, 12. That'll do it for For Fiera Star with an official race time GG time of 1:42.22.
GG's.
GG. GG Fiera.
GG's.
Thank you. That was a seed. I had a
It
just
was.
really bad start. I felt, anyway.
It was
I
a
know that
rough
pain.
start.
There was pain out there, yeah. It was the left side of the screen was short on shards compared to the right side of the screen. So both you and Inferno were running into some resistance early. You found your stride midway through though. And then Temple of Fiends was just beating you up a little bit.
Yeah, I was hoping the first time to get turn order on Chaos. Unfortunately, I did not. I think one more punch would have done it if I had hit him before that Cure 4 had gone off, but...
I think you're right. I think turn order was your enemy there, unfortunately.
Turn order did not help you.
I'd love to know your thoughts, though. We asked Scruff and Shock already. How did you approach this Temple of Fiends knowing you had those vanilla scripts on the boss? There was a lot of pausing and waiting for the Cure 4s, and then there was also people getting aggressive. How did you approach your thoughts that you knew you were going to be running into that?
I knew that I was more than likely... I wasn't counting on luck anymore at the point for this, so I knew I was probably going to get hit by the nuke on Lich. I knew that Carrie, Crack, and Tia would get some nastiness off. I tried to beat the Cure 4, obviously, on Chaos the first time, and that did not work. So the second time, I just decided to go full ham with the Power Bonk until I saw it. So, not too much. I wish that Life 2 had been accessible. I forget why it wasn't.
Oh, I don't remember us even seeing it. It was level 8.
It's like,
Oof.
Might have been Gaia.
Yeah, it looks like it was Gaia, yeah.
I don't think I even had level 8 charges by the end, so... But overall, this was definitely a tournament. When I went back and watched the VODs, these are quite some flags.
they are. One thing I will mention, and I will give Vaughn props for this. Parking spot at Volcano.
Everybody was on the correct side of Volcano, but everybody was a little off on which tile.
Except for Vaughn.
Except for Vaughn.
Oh no, Inferno's about to find out that Ice Cave has nothing.
Yeah, we're looking for one more shard. I don't know if we checked Toflock. Did anybody check that one? Yeah, Scruff.
I did not.
This Ice Cave is sadness. I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, I know I didn't.
That's always the Hail Mary. You think maybe
Yeah.
there's one in those 3 boxes.
No, I felt lucky that I found him in Cardia, of all places, so I didn't have to go to Volcano. Or back to Volcano, anyway.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were just going to try to blitz Kelly.
I thought about it, and I was already right there, and with that super long hero run, I knew I wouldn't have any encounters on my way to check the boxes. So I felt at the time, maybe wrongly, that would be faster than descending all 5 floors of Volcano. And getting there. I also had looted out most of it, so I knew there was just the 2, and I only needed 1. So,
yeah, makes sense.
I'm definitely looking forward to going back and watching this, because I am curious what people did to do this faster. I just got stuck on, I guess, Volcano and Sky early.
Tough seed. This was definitely difficult.
I'm gonna
Don't
pop some
swim.
popcorn and watch this VOD back.
Winter tournament finals. It's no joke.
And it is the traditional final seed for the
Yep.
Derby.
Yeah.
I do find it funny, though, that Vaughn and I were both in the winter tournament. I believe both lost out in the same phase of the brackets. And then made it back to this.
Well, I will say that the person that beat me in winter tournament was also a duckling at the time, and almost graduated from the duckling program by finishing top 8 in winter tournament.
Ducks are scary.
Nice.
Lost out in the round of 16 in the winter tournament.
And congratulations to everybody in this race tonight on your
Yes.
graduations too. So welcome
Woo!
to your graduation, and congratulations. Thoughts on that? How'd you guys feel through the boot camp and everything? Let's start kicking around thoughts on the tournament as a whole.
I've really enjoyed it, honestly. I think this is a fantastic way to get people to kind of move from basic bare bone type of running style to competitive style. It's really interesting how you guys set it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of care and thought that went into this. This program's been cultivated for years. A lot of great people, before us. Gregley Puff, beginning the program many years ago. Saracen and I stepping in, us passing it off, to Rax and DM coming up pretty soon. So it's we try to just challenge the Ducks, but make things accessible and understanding as well. And I think everybody's done a tremendous job with this program. So thank you for your thoughts on that one.
No problem.
It's overall a lot of fun. Starting, of course, with the boot camp beforehand, and then going straight into the same seeds with the exception of the finals, really lets you drive home what you've been learning through the boot camp, and it's a lot of fun.
I will say I'm always looking for suggestions for flag sets for the Duckling Weeklies. Just to throw that out there.
Deep Dungeon might be a fun one to throw in sometime. Just because it's such a unique flag set in of itself.
It is a very unique flag set.
Yeah.
And one I may ask Rax to vet. Because I don't particularly like it.
My brain hurts so bad when I try that. I try. There's our shard.
Yep, that's the one I needed.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these flag sets, some of those Deep Dungeon, Macklin.
He just goes, oh.
So something to note. There is a better place to park if you're taking the airship to Marsh.
Yeah, you can park right beneath the drop down.
Yes. There is one tile of airship landable land just underneath Marsh, at the very tip.
Noverworld is fun, and I think it was a couple of fall leagues ago, maybe 2 or 3, I'm not sure. We did a Noverworld with entrance floor shuffle, and oh boy, was that a thing? Was that a thing?
Yeah, that is a flag set.
Yep.
Of all of the flag sets, that is a flag set. That is one Mechlin is playing in the monthly async right now.
Oh man, who hurt you? I ripped a 31 on that black belt, so that black belt well into the 8-hit range.
Rax, I'm glad you like Deep Dungeon. I'm glad that there are people who like Deep Dungeon and Nova World. I actually kind of like Inferna taking some fights here on this Toph floor, this Topher floor. Although this is the hero run. Yes, that chime bonk on Northwest Castle. Because random chime bonk.
I legit thought I was doing the right thing by avoiding that far walk over to Ordeals, and I'm like, oh great, I got a crown, I can go find out what's in, the castle. Bonk.
I will say I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that when I was commentating Winter Tournament as well.
Oh god, the Topher bonks were the best ones.
Oh yes, yes, the Toph bonk was the best.
Especially when you save right outside of it, and you're like, wait a second.
Oh, VOD. VOD, that's evil. I love it. With King having chime.
That was actually a practice seed that I rolled this afternoon.
Yep, we just finished that a couple hours before the tourney. Exactly that.
And that's the reason why I immediately went to go check the king at the start of this seed, just to make sure that he didn't have the chime.
Chime lock's cute.
Yeah, that's definitely a word for it.
So, we have Inferna in Topher.
Waiting room? Oh yeah, in Topher, yeah.
I think I'm gonna grab them and bring them in here for their run through Temple of Fiends here.
How long has that thief been down? A while?
Wow. Hello, Inferna.
How you doing, Inferna? GG's.
Oh, that was a seed.
I figured it'd be appropriate to bring you in here and just live out these last few minutes with you. GG's.
Yeah, GG.
Congratulations.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this was still a 9-minute PB overall, so
Nice.
You know what? That's awesome.
Congrats.
Definitely.
this was not. Every practice seed, Topher was so mean. Every
Malaboss
fiend,
script.
every fiend punching for 600 plus. Instant deaths all over the place.
Reminds me of why I had so much trouble with this as a kid.
Have to
Yeah, I
ask,
mean-
because I know I gambled at the start. Was I the first one to translate the slab?
I think Scruff had you by like maybe a minute. You both beelined it over there pretty quickly.
Okay. Turns out it was junk.
Yeah.
I was not
That's the
happy
effort
about
that
that.
counted.
We were impressed that you both did it though. Like I love the divergence early. That canoe was like, oh, this is tasty. What's gonna happen?
Heck yeah, Melman buddies, let's go.
Hey,
Yeah. I was so hoping it was gonna be something of value. Like getting the loot right off the bat that way would have been great. No. It was the stupid tail. Oh great. The thing I'm not gonna use.
That's right. I couldn't think of what was there.
Yeah, it was the tail. Although, as annoying as that was, the runaround from one end of the map to the other and then back just so you could get the bottle in, was it Elfland, I think? Elf Castle? Or somewhere on the southwest end of
I
the
think
map.
it was Elf Castle.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. To then walk
Um,
up to the dwarves, turn in TNT, and get the floater.
Yep.
So I want to point one thing out. That was exactly the correct routing on Kraken Floor.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
that
Yeah, to
love that you're taking this
maximize-
fight too. My favorite fight in the game.
To maximize your free steps.
Yes. Yeah, I've gotten relatively good at mid Topher at this point.
Well,
GG's Scruff. You have a good night, bud.
it warms my heart. It warms my heart as someone who's taken teaching the randomizer seriously. It warms my heart to see people using the right step routing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to make sure, because airboat's on, getting the floater early is worthless.
Yes, 100%.
Getting the
That's
floater
what I-
before you get the ship is worthless.
Yeah.
Okay. So, good. I thought maybe going down to the desert and turning in the floater would do something. I'm glad I didn't do it. I'm glad I went, nope, this is a useless rock sitting in my inventory. Whatever.
It's going to help at some point. It's going to try its best.
Yeah.
It'll be there for you when you need it.
Sure. Finding the ship in the last 30 minutes when there's only 4 checks left in the game. Great.
It is still going to be the homie. It will be there when you want it.
It'll be there for
Good
you when
for
you
you.
need it. Yeah. But it is disappointing in this particular flag set, yeah. 35 across the board on your party too. This is a very strong party. Solid survivability, I think, now.
Yeah, the start was mean.
Mhm.
Having to walk up to Mirage and every chest on the first floor of Sky being a pair of nightmares and a bad man punching for 120 a punch when you have 130 health was, oh god.
Yeah, it's a little ugly.
Well, local packs is definitely something I'll be keeping an eye on after this seed.
It is so rude, but so balanced at the same time. But when it's vanilla touches on them, it is brutal at times.
Brutal.
It
was
does
nice
allow you
to
for
find
a predictability of leveling
There-
off those boxes, though, which is
There
nice.
is that. Yep.
Ordeals. When they're all in
Isn't-
ordeals. With Poison Touch Catmen and Death Touch Sorks that have 10 hits.
I don't think we saw a single sorcerer on
We did not
anybody's
see
stream
a
tonight.
Single Sork tonight.
Wow. Congratulations to you guys on dodging that assassin's bullet.
We did not see a single Sork tonight. I hate you all.
Blame
was
the
nice-
hero run and the easy pillar maze.
Yes, that pillar maze. Walk in, first one, top, and we're done. Okay, bye. That was so fast.
We didn't even see any Sorks in Sky.
Yeah, nothing on the Bridge of Destiny, nothing in a box. It was clean. Surprisingly clean.
It was nice finding that, not Tyro, T-Rex.
The blue
on the
stick.
Second,
Yeah,
yeah,
blue
around the
snake.
second encounter.
Hmm.
He
Second
punched
encounter,
so
top
hard,
left.
but it was so
Oh, I had one on the first, over to the east of Mirage. That's where I ground.
He punched so hard, though. It was funny bracking him twice.
GG's.
GG.
There we go.
Yeah. Brack should never work on Blue Stake, and yet it
I got it
did.
twice.
Twice. I was blown away. I was stunned that happened twice.
Yep. I then tried the third time and it didn't work, and he killed everybody.
It's a valiant effort though, but you did call it quits after that. Okay, we're good. We're gonna walk away.
Oh yeah, no, I knew I didn't have the power to punch him down, so it was like, all right, I got my 2 bracks, moving on.
All right,
Well
so
done, everyone.
definitely with that concludes the Duck Derby 2025 version. Top 5 finalists, first time ever finals. GG's to all our graduates.
GG.
I'd like to shout out again Dark Moon for restreaming us, Mecklin and Franklin for tracking, and all of our racers for letting us restream you.
Yeah. Let's kick it around real quick to some final thoughts here now that everybody's still left in the room. Shout out to Scruff. He had to get out here and get something to eat. I don't blame you. I'm a little hungry too. I passed up on dinner to hang out. I'm going to grab a snack when we're done, but we'll start with Inferno first. GG's, you finish it out. Thoughts on the tournament, final thoughts on the seed, anything you want to share?
The tournament was a lot of fun. I was not expecting to even make it to the finals, so to get here and have a respectable time is more than I was expecting overall anyway.
Congratulations. You did a great job. Excellent tournament. Well played tonight as well. Persevered. Fiera Star, let's toss over to you. Final thoughts.
Man, the finals week, just when you think you know the seed reasonably well, he just throws a real curveball in there, but it's a lot of fun. I look forward to trying more of these flag sets in the future.
Definitely. Congratulations to you as well. And thank you again to Scruff. Couldn't join us. Vaughn in the chat as well. Wants to thank everybody for putting this on. Had a blast in the tournament, running through the Duck program as a whole. So glad you got into FFR. So glad to have you here. Thank you for, being active, being a part of this, enjoying the tournament. We really appreciate it. And we'll toss it here. Final thoughts to our champion, Duck Supreme 2025, Golden Shocker. Some final thoughts.
Yeah, I just want to, echo all the stuff that Vaughn said. Definitely appreciate, everybody that put on the tournament, everybody that supported the restreams, all the stuff behind the scenes. I know it's not a small effort to track and manage all that, so very much appreciated, and all the people that put their time in to help teach people, obviously very much appreciated. So with that being said, a ton of fun, really looking forward to continue playing in the future, and GG's to everybody.
Awesome. GG's, well-deserved championship. You had a fantastic finish out there. Congratulations again. DM Stewart, any final thoughts before we kick on out of here?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you to all of our runners. Thank you to everyone who's been a part of this derby. For as much as we call Winter Tournament the flagship tournament of our for our community, I think this is the best tournament in the community because this is designed to get people running. This is designed to bring people in and get people from beginner to competence. And congratulations to all of our graduates. Just because you're graduating, just because you're no longer a duckling, doesn't mean you can't still run the weekly duckling seeds.
Yeah, definitely.
We will still have the weekly duckling seeds. We've got we will still have people that do VOD reviews, although maybe not quite as diligently now that we're out of the duckling program, now that we're out of the derby for a while. The whole community has been very welcoming. I've been a part of it for several years at this point, but this is a great community to run in. This is a great community to be a part of. Thank you, Saracen and Luffy, for giving Rax and I the keys to the duckling program. We'll try not to wreck it.
We both believe in you guys. Thank you for putting in the work this year. We kind of let you guys run with a lot of this, and you did a great job. So thank you again. And thank you to Dark Moon. Thank you for the restream. Thank you to our two trackers, Mecklin and Franklin. Thank you. Franklin had to bail as well. Thank you to chat for joining us. Thank you to the runners. Congratulations on the graduation. And we're going to head on out of here. So with that, Ciao and chillax, everybody. Final Fantasy Randomizer fam. We gone.
Good night, everybody.